Hello, Raptors, and welcome back to the letter. Welcome back to the game, guys. So in the last episode, we left off in Marianne's side of the story. So we are starting off a new arc. So Zachary's arc is completed. Now it's Marianne, and I can't wait to see what horrors will haunt Marianne in this instant as well. So let's get into the letter. Come on, I have a social life too, you know, to an extent. Yeah, really. YouTubers have a social life, which they actually don't. I know, it's bad. It's bad. Sort of, exactly. Sort of. Shut up. Okay. Pressing my head against the table, I try to stave off an oncoming headache when the notification of a new email pops up. All I'm expecting is a hey, this looks like a good project I found. Go send them a design or something like that. Really, that's how it goes often. Even with this rich, jammy clients who's heard of me from the equally rich, jammy friends, I can't expect them to hire me right off the bat. Which is well and good and reasonable. We figure out what they want, send them my portfolio, my drafts for their project, my rates, and hope for the best. Okay, looks like we're reading her email, and look at the email, guys. Since the Miss McCulloch at xmail.com. She's part of the X-Men. Wow. Now we know she's part of the X-Men. I knew she looked familiar. This is a big revelation. This is a big client, Marianne. I'll babysit Ruthiel for you. Just please take care of this one. I promise this person is huge in Luxembourg. The rights, right? This email and any attachments are intended, blah, 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 blah. Okay, don't want to read that. Okay, there are attachments. Can I see the attachments? I hope I can see the attachments. Damn it, I can't. Okay, Mr. Parker. There he is. Peter Parker. What else is new? Who else is going to show up? Ben 10? This is a formal request to secure the services of Marianne McCulloch. Hereinafter call the designer as authorized by Hannah Wright. Hereinafter call the client for interior design work and Ermengarde mentioned Luxembourg LX180RF. That's a postcode. United Kingdom. Oh, so it is in the... Yeah, I knew it was in the United Kingdom. Did I? Yeah, it was in the United Kingdom though. Okay, anyways. The client hopes to have the design there on 21st October, Friday, with the time pending. As authorized by Hannah Wright, hereinafter call the client for... I read everything. Yeah, I read that. But as I open the mail and see that I have been requested by client specifically, well, I certainly didn't expect that, and it's pretty straightforward too. Anyone else would probably be excited they would be working with the Heather Wright. She is just one of those rich socialities that everyone loves to talk about, no matter how hard I try to tune such nonsense out. It would have been enough for me to reply an affirmative to Chris and Lee, but he has never pleaded for me to take a project before. We've worked with the biggest personalities in the past, celebrities, bankers, and even a few politicians. My PA had been indifferent about those. So the question bounced about my skill before I spy on one of the email attachments. Wright Enterprise donates 2.5 million to Refugee UK. Okay. It suddenly caused quite a stir back then. Apparently they had invited businessmen and socialities everywhere in the guise of it being some big business announcement.
2.5 mil and an expensive looking party to boot. These people sure know how to throw their money around.
Yes, they sure know how to party too. Not that I should be callous, but they're going to do a lot of good and help a community of people with all those pounds. I of all people should criticize such acts whether they were for sure or not. At the very least, I know they'll be able to pay my rates. With the headlights out of the way, however, I find myself staring at the picture that came along with the clipping. Because, wow. Here I'm expecting a sour old woman in blazer and skirt. But the woman that was plastered on the front page looked like she belongs on the front page of an entertainment section, or even, if I'm to be crass, as the pin-up for glamour. Okay, I'll be real here. A men's magazine. So, yeah. I mean, I agree. Hannah does look like she belonged in a men's magazine or something, for a Playboy magazine, to be honest. But I'm sorry, Hannah. I had to say that about you now that you turned into a Andre and everything like that. I hope she did hear that. She sure knows how to rock the dress. Wait, her hair, her eyes, her lips. She can't be her. At the same time, she's her, only several years older. She looks like just... Oh, no, come on back. The world is full of pretty blondes. It's just a coincidence. Oh, Macwa McCullough. Okay, I dig it. With a shake of my head, I snap out of it and reach for my phone when it buzzes, nearly falling on my chair in the process. Who else would be on the other line but the very people waiting for me?
Oh, piss. I'm so sorry, Cam. I'm on my way.
Okay. That's what I say. Yet, I still don't move from my chair, face flushed and heart racing. I can only stare until I can will my eyes to reply that yes, I'm accepting the assignment. And it takes even more time for me to just close the image, shut down the computer and leave. She has some pretty decent anime waifus on the wall, I'm not gonna lie. Those two anime waifus. They really look like anime waifus. Even if she's Macaulay in one of them, even if she's into cosplay, they look like anime waifus. I want an anime waifu. Somebody please send me an anime waifu. Please. Even then, it has already burned its image in my head, no matter how much I wish for it to disappear. It makes me eager for the it makes me eager for the alcohol and the company. It makes me eager for anything that can help me forget. Forget what? You haven't seen the ghost yet. You're getting flustered over Hannah? Okay, I want to see what's the reaction on the ghost now. Really excited. It's a good thing that the nearest pub is just a hop, skip, and a jump from here. Guess we're going to a pub then. The Galloway Shawl. The Galloway Shawl. And it's called by those who frequented the place. It's the only recent Irish pub in this country. You can pretty much tell that someone is new if they call it by its official name, the Crawl Bar. The Crawl Bar? My home away from home ever since I moved to Luxembourg. Well, that is when I'm not cooped up in my condo and working anyway. It has good alcohol, good company, and thank God as Saint Cecilia, good music. Saint Cecilia, who is Saint Cecilia now? She must be pretty. She must be a pretty important saint I don't know about. Oh, why did I press next? Not to mention the singing. I love singing. Guess we are getting to know her a bit more now. Nice. Anyone could break into a drinking song, and others in the pub were just wonderful that they just start singing along. And doing so while intoxicated is the best way to go about it. Hey, it's a win-win as long as I don't puke in the middle of the chorus, and as long as I can get home in one piece at the end of the day. And tonight is karaoke night. Okay. What better time than to try and sing all my worries away? That's what my intoxicated brain tells me.
The ghost of guilt and sorrow remembers who I am, and in the prison of my heart, I was my only slave.
Okay, guess we're singing. Guess you're singing that. Okay, I never knew she was a softie. But sing more. I want to listen to more of this song, please. Hope I don't get copyrighted. But drinking only reminds me of my home, and the thought of home makes me think of her.
But in the depths of my cold soul, I'll leave the burden and despair.
It seems like a song made for the ghost herself. Something about this song is creepy. But the voice is cute though. It makes me nauseous. It sickens me that the smallest reminder of her can cause me such grief.
I'll fight for what's worth fighting for. Forget the fear, forget the rest.
Of course, there might be just a booze. Any other day, I would have scolded myself for drinking so much.
I lied to the Lord, I lied to myself, I lied to you and everyone I care, until there were no more lies to tell.
Sorry, I'm really trying to appreciate the song right now. It's really well made, guys. You gotta play this game. We already have a client and we'll be having our first little meet and greet in a few days.
Cowardice is easier than being brave, but at last I found the strength I lost to sing my love letter to you. 'Cause people can lie, but my lone heart beats true.
Yeah. I want to at least enjoy this night get over the hangover tomorrow and return to being a prim and proper professional after.
Song was for Cam, our lucky bride-to-be. So give her hand, Galloway Shawl.
Okay, she's drunk. Considering the state I'm in, one can excuse my spunk grin as cheers and applause rise among the pub's patrons. Because possibly off-key, public singing aside, I feel like I'm on the top of the world right now, and that's a good reason as any to belt out in front of these strangers. With good drinks and good friends, there's nowhere else I'd rather be tonight. There's nowhere else. I know that lyric from somewhere. There's nowhere else I'd rather be. There's nowhere else I'd rather be. I know that song. Now it's bothering me. I can't remember it. Where was this song from? It'll come to me eventually. And I forget for sure. From Brother Bear. It's a song from Brother Bear. But I don't remember which song it is. I don't know how it goes. If you guys know the song from Brother Bear, leave it down in the comments below. Brother Bear, the animation movie. If you don't know, it's a story about a man turning into a bear and trying to find his spirit animal, something like that. But it's a really good movie. Animated movie, to be honest. And I forget for a short while.
And that song was brought to you by Marianne McCullough, everyone. A round of applause.
Nice.
That was so good. You rock, Marianne.
Okay, she's Cam.
Oh, please stop. You're just saying that.
Oh, please stop. You're just saying that.
You know neither of us can hold a tune, Marianne. A toast to our shameless drunk singer. May your drinks forever flow and your notes be ever lovely.
Okay, let me find something to toast on. I have Spidey to toast on. Toast. Spidey toast. There you go. To a beautiful and wonderful song by Marianne McCullough. Nice. Okay. Understand now. Nice. Okay. Done.
If anyone deserves a toast tonight, that's Cam. Finally sealed the deal after 3 years, eh?
Hey.
Read 'em and wait, bitches.
Ooh. Camilla's diamond engagement ring gleams as she holds it up for all the world to see. She has reasons to be proud. 3 years of living together, and her boyfriend finally asked her the big question. Obviously, she said yes.
Don't get too attached to that ring or the one after, sweetie. I was wearing a wedding ring not so long ago, and look at where I am.
Well, being at a bar and drinking, that's not so bad.
But enough of me being a downer. Cheers to a happy engagement!
Again, wait, hold on. Cheers! Cheers, guys. Okay, anyways. Of course, if something like Harun's divorce were to happen, I'd be there for Cam. Just as Cam had been there for me, acting more than just my yoga instructor. I can't be happier for my friend right now.
Cheers!
Kapai!
Cheers!
Kapai. Well, we both will be there for Cam, won't we? Haruna and I? Haruna, it's been a real bad year for her ever since her divorce. She's such a nice person, even loaning me money to open a studio, and she didn't deserve what her husband had pulled. I'm happy she's smiling again and pigging out like she used to. I think we've all missed our Japanese firecracker. Japanese firecracker? I'm down for that. Can someone invite me to the Japanese firecracker? I'll definitely go to this event. Okay. We met in yoga class, something I had joined up to keep myself in shape, and well, honestly, so that I could make friends when I had moved to Luxembourg. Clearly it worked like a charm. And it definitely didn't have anything to do with the fact that I brought along my lucky D20 die. D20 die with me on my first day. No sir, D20 die. I love this girl so much.
What about you, Marianne? You're 30 years old and you still haven't got yourself a man.
I sure will, don't worry about it. With my singing skills and my personality, I will definitely get a man in no time. And I will get 2 diamond rings for that. Okay.
And you guys know I have a very busy schedule. I don't have time for that.
Oh, come on. That's a lame excuse and you know it. You need a man who'll take care of you and you need it now. Maybe some hunk who'll be your house hubby while you rake in the dough.
While you rake in the dough? Okay, my thoughts flew in a million miles right now. Okay, alright, fine.
I'm quite capable of taking care of myself. Who needs a Mr. Right?
You, Oh, okay.
Hey, look at me. I'm Marianne McCullough, a lawful neutral cleric with 9 points in wisdom and 8 in charisma, but I can't get myself a date.
Hey, look at me. I'm Marianne McCullough, a lawful neutral cleric with 9 points in wisdom and a high charisma, but I can't get myself a date. Aw. I mentioned druids and demons once. They don't even know the rules or understand what numbers mean. Why did you mention demons? And I certainly am not sort of holy person. I'm a far cry from a miracle worker, and I barely have the willpower to fight off demons, especially my own.
Actually, maybe she isn't looking for a Mr. Right, but a Mrs. Right.
Ooh.
Oh, my Marianne, we still love you even if you're in the closet.
That would explain some things.
Yeah.
How do you know you don't have a ring anymore? Maybe you two can be together and I don't have to worry about my best girls being alone.
I'm down for that.
What are you on about? There's nothing to explain.
Well, given the circumstances that you were looking at Hannah, the way you were describing her blushing and everything, this might want me to think that something's going wrong. Something's going on. You're either into girls or into boys. I see you're into girls. But the more I denied, the louder they tease until the other people in the pub start to watch. Pub. It doesn't help at all when Haruna drapes her arm over my shoulder and leans
Will
in.
I be all yours then? Will you be making me feel like a woman?
Ooh. I know that they're just kidding around, but this doesn't make me comfortable in the slightest. So when Kamala noticed my silence and Haruna sees expression in my face, they stop. And when the awkward air stirs over her, the rest of the pub goes back to whatever they were doing before the whole thing ever happened. They probably won't even remember it when they wake up with massive hangovers anyway.
Sorry.
No.
Me too.
No, you can.
Hey, no hard feelings, right?
I raise my glass. They smile. We drink. There's no need to say anymore. We're all definitely far too drunk tonight. Okay. Eventually, the fun times end. It is a weekend after all. And with her not being a nurse, she still has to get ready for her next shift. Cam also has a loving fiance waiting for her at home, and really didn't have to make a fuss about having left some bruins in the oven when she took off early. Really, I understand. I was the one who insisted, who was determined to get pissed drunk anyway. Moving to the bar, I sit. Alone at last. Oh, you sack of shit, what are you doing here? Alone with a stranger. I haven't seen him before, obviously not regular. He hasn't said a word and just sits there, savoring his drink. With his big whiskey served neat in one hand, lighted in the other, it doesn't seem like he's noticed me yet, and maybe I should go before he does look my way. Because he was pretty and he was blonde, and those two things plus alcohol never did any good. I thought too late. Judging by the way, would all look at me like that, Mr. Right, Mr. Luke? Luke, don't look at me like that. Judging by the way his flushed face and dazed look in his eyes, he's as pissed drunk as I am. But wherever I feel like killing over his look, he looks like he's still ready to take the catwalk by storm. Really, he just has the hair of one of those men who think they own the world.
Hello there, sexy.
Don't
don't stand up on my account. I already like what I see.
Don't you start with me, Mr. Luke, you are drunk. Funny how his name is Whiskey. Funny how his name is Whiskey over here. Whiskey. Don't you dare look at me, Whiskey. Mr. Whiskey.
Fancy a drink? It'll be on me.
No, Mr. Whiskey. But then again, I might be pleasantly surprised if he proves me wrong.
Want some between the sheets? Sex on the beach? I'm talking cocktails, of course.
Okay. I hope that's all you're talking about, Mr. Whiskey. Fat chance. But it doesn't matter, we both know how to play this game. And there are two different ways to end the night. One thing or the other is going to happen. The question is, what do I want to do?
Oh no, that's fine.
Don't give me
I'd rather
choices.
order some blue balls or some AMF if you don't mind.
Ooh. He looks like he's about to say some witty retort, but stops himself and downs the rest of his whiskey. After a mint julep, he gets another whiskey and we start the customary small talk. Of course, the saying, ask me no question, I'll tell you no lies, goes without saying. We ask nothing about each other, offering up falsehoods to establishment a tyrannous fake connection between two strangers at a pub, if only to pass the time. Whiskey, as I have to call him. Yeah, I noticed that calling him Mr. Whiskey is supposedly 21 years old. I can't speak. Single. Take care of his sick mother and is a manager of some sort. Manager of what? I don't care to listen to the details. Meanwhile, Mint SC has come to call me. Oh, we giving each other pet names. Whiskey, Mint. Okay, this is going on great then. Oh, jeez, I was about to drop Spidey. Oh, Spidey's hands down. Okay. Meanwhile, Mint, he has come to call me. It's 29, and I'm. What do I say I was again? Oh, yes, I told him that I was a professional chocolate taster. Oh, nice. Way to go. Because fuck it, if I'm going to lie about what my job is, might as well make it fun. It's a pretty decent job between two pretty drunk strangers. And maybe it's just me, but we might as well fucking well expend the tiniest amount of effort in pretending there's something meaningful in this meeting. Would have been nice too if he just left at that. But during a lull in the conversation, he brings it up.
You know, I've never been with a woman taller than me.
Oh, you little snitch, Mr. Whiskey. And to think he might have been different from the rest.
Never have and never will, Whiskey.
Damn.
Can we go back to the history of chocolates?
You seem to know a lot of chocolates and demons.
Did you know that chocolate candy was introduced in 19th century England as a healthier alternative to alcohol?
I do not want to know all of that. Just give me chocolate and I'll eat it. I don't care what kind of chocolate it is. St. Lucy was the most beautiful woman of her time. She had men come over from 4 corners of the world just to see the pure light of her exquisite green eyes. If she were so lucky anyway.
No, enough of the history lesson.
Enough of the history. Okay, Mr. Whiskey, you gotta make a move or you get the... Though the very sir was glad and she was no fool, she had known that the sooner or later she wouldn't be able to defend her chastity.
Come on. There must be something that gets you going.
So she had taken out her knife and gouged out her own eyes. What the hell?
There is something, but I don't think you can handle it.
Okay. Impressed with her devotion, God restored her eyes and made them more beautiful than before. She has a peculiar sense of humor, hasn't she? Hasn't he? I can't read. Because that only meant suitors kept going after Lucy and she kept her eyes in a chalice to scare them away.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I can handle whatever it is.
Okay, Mr. Whiskey. Said Lucy, help me. Saint Lucy or Saint Lucy? Saint Lucy. Help me turn away from the sin. Help me with your own blindness.
My place isn't too far from here. I won't take care of you if it ends up being too much for you.
Okay, this is turning out for the greatest, I guess.
And no one will be able to hear you if you try to scream.
Okay, just things are getting a little fisty.
You sure you want to go down that road, pretty boy?
Sure.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Okay, I guess we are going down that road again. I don't know what. Oh, jeez. I hope you didn't do it. I hope you didn't do it. Oh my god, okay. Alright guys, that's all the time I have for this episode. So when we come back, we're gonna see what else feisty thing happened between Whiskey and Mint. That's what we're going by now. Whiskey and Mint. Right, that being said, thank you all for the love and support. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Peace.
Legends never die.